We're back. The Sharks are out of one competition. Gone back
Out of
down.
one into the other.
It's a sad day. New Zealand's got some hardcore news coming out. Who knows what the fuck's going on there. And Six Nations starts soon. And
Six
Super Rugby
Nations
starts
start. Taking a break from the Investec Cup, the EPCR Challenge Cup. There were some sevens this weekend. I think it was called HSBC Dubai 3, which the ladies box won. We can talk about that in a bit. Welcome back to Cut the Kak. We're here to talk about rugby, the sport we love so much. More rugby stuff going on this week. Ed, how you been?
soon. Yeah, lekker. The Sharks won, but didn't make it.
Everyone won. Everyone won.
Not the Lions.
Except the Lions, which is weird because the week before the Lions were the only South African team to win. But to be fair, the Lions didn't lose. They still didn't do enough to get through into the next round, but they didn't lose.
They didn't lose.
Do you want to go over those results quickly from the weekend and see how that paints a picture for the knockouts and stuff real quick?
Yep, let's whack it. I don't have it in front of me, so it's all
No, I'll go over it real quick. Cheetahs narrowly lost by 3 points to Racing. Unfortunate. It was actually a really good game. So they end their Challenge Cup with just 0 from 4. Lions drew to Perpignan, which unfortunately means that they don't make it through to the round of 16.
What a game that was, though.
What's that?
What an exciting game that was.
Great game.
Fuck yeah.
But again, the Lions didn't have Keon Horn, and I feel like that made the big difference. We spoke about it last week, how important he is for the Lions' exciting attack. And he plays such an important role, and he just, without him being there. So that's no South African teams from that, except for the Sharks. The Sharks, who did pick up a win, an exciting win. We'll give you those scores. Let's see here. One moment. Sorry. Sharks. 50-12.
Yeah.
Wasn't good enough to stay in the Champions Cup, though. So they will be in the round of 16 for the Challenge Cup. What other big results did we have? Harlequins beating La Rochelle, knocking La Rochelle out.
Yep.
Wild. Bulls with a very, very narrow win in France against Pau by 2 points. Some great goal line defense to end that game.
Yeah, and a great try that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Oh, I saw something in that game. So we might be drifting off topic, but it will all tie back in. On Saturday, I started my journey. For those watching, Chad knows, of course. I started my journey on becoming a referee. Probably a terrible idea, but I think it's exciting. Gives you a different perspective on the game, and I think that sort of insight might be fun for the pod as well, and also keeps me in rugby, seeing as I can't play anymore myself. But there was something that the referee did for the Sharks, for the Bulls' second try that kind of confused me, or at least something I don't think I would do, or something I don't see often is Bulls had the line out 5 meters out, and the ball had come to a stop, and the referee was shouting, use it. But Aka van der Merwe was in the back of that mall, and he wasn't coming out of it, and the referee tapped him and pulled on his jersey and told him to get out of there. He got out of there, and then they scored the try. Honestly, I've never seen that before. I thought as any other referee would have just gone, ball didn't come out, opposition ball, scrum down, opposition. No, he pulled Aka van der Merwe out of there.
It was him. The ref got the assist.
The ref should get the try assist for that one. That was the Bulls game. I know I went off topic there. So they're through, luckily. So yeah, the round of 16, if you want to go over those games real quick. Stormers will play Toulon in France on the 3rd of April. And the Bulls will play the Glasgow Warriors on also the 3rd of April. So those are the two Investec Champions Cup round of 16 games that are left. And then the Sharks have moved their way into position, and I don't actually know who they're playing, and I can't see it right now. And that's just where we're going to end that. So Sharks are through the round of 16 for the Challenge Cup, and then Bulls and Stormers in the Champions Cup. Cheetahs and Lions got knocked out. So
We play Connacht.
Oh, they play Connacht. To be fair, that's probably a game Sharks should win. But given Sharks' form, anything's possible. You could go out and win by 50, or you could lose by 60. We don't know what's happening with the Sharks.
Yeah. Look, love the Sharks. It is quite difficult to support them. I don't think they could win a prize in a lucky packet, but we'll see.
And all the talent. All the talent.
All of it. Everything you need. But you could argue the same thing with the Bulls. I don't know what's going on.
Do you think they're expected to play Bok rugby without having Bok coaching at the club level?
I don't think so. I don't know what it is. I don't think that's an expected, because they all play so differently for club. Each club, obviously, different coachings, and like what you're saying, but you can't play Bok rugby without the Bok coach.
Because then,
coming into it,
where's the disconnect? Because the talent is there.
I don't know, Byron.
Chad, solve the fucking problem. That's your job. Solve the problem.
It makes no sense to me. Like, I think in the one game there was like 12 Springboks for the Sharks, and we got thrashed.
Now, do you almost have to blame the coach at that point and the staff?
Yes, at the end of the day, that's where it stops. But you also have to have the players have to have accountability for. What's his name? Plumtree wasn't running the drills and running at the defense and knocking the ball
missing
on.
tackles.
Yeah, so but it's weird because then you take them out of that scenario, whack them into the box, and they go play in England, and they won't have as many mistakes. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's a mindset thing. I don't know if it's once you've just got that extra pressure from losing a couple games. I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Well, I hope the Bulls can turn it around, because they had a great start to the URC, and then this losing streaks kind of wrecked them.
Yeah. Because who do they play? Are they playing this weekend?
That's actually a really good question.
Edinburgh.
I don't know
June.
when the URC's making their comeback. Let's have a look, see. Yeah, there's fixtures this weekend.
Yep. They are. They're playing Edinburgh. In Edinburgh.
Bulls are in Edinburgh Friday night. Lions are at Ospreys Friday night. And then Stormers play the Sharks. So not much reprieve there for the Sharks.
Yeah.
But there will be one more week of rugby before the Six Nations starts, which is nice. The only problem is you guys play the Stormers in Cape Town this weekend, and then the following week you play the Stormers in Durban. So
I know. It's
some back-to-back Stormers, baby.
Yeah, I wonder if they'll play full strength sides, because that'll basically be like, of the 50 Springboks, 25 of them.
Yeah. There'll be at least 15 Springboks on the fields for that game. So it's kind of like a training game.
Yeah. For June, yeah.
But are you excited for the Six Nations now that you're an English fan?
Look, I'm excited for the Six Nations. I'm still not happy with the draw, but
would you have preferred Wales?
Yes.
So you would have lost. Let's be serious. You would probably lose all 5 games.
I'd be
get the wooden spoon, and you'd still be a happy camper. And if England were to win, would you celebrate? Since you drew them, and it's your duty to support them.
Yeah, I probably won't celebrate. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I can.
I'm gonna learn French for for the
We'll
whole
learn
thing. I'm gonna
English.
take it pretty seriously. You should learn English.
Okay, I'll give it a crack.
What else was going on in rugby this weekend? The women's box, they won pretty
Yep.
convincingly. Went through the whole tournament without losing and beat Argentina in the final. So good for them. I was the assistant referee for an under 18s game. Pretty fun. The local
Did your
club
team
won,
win?
Den Helder. What's that?
Did your team win?
Technically, yeah. It's weird to call them my team because I only met them on Saturday. But yeah, they did pick up the win. They were the much better side, much stronger side, but they went into halftime 12 or 2 tries apiece. But then in the second half, they kind of pulled it together, and I think the final score was 31-17.
Okay, nice. So that's it. We have an official referee on the
Well,
pod.
easy, Targa. I was just the linesman, so I didn't do anything exciting. I watched for offsides. I did call a blatant foul that the referee missed, that got a yellow card. The referee was on the other side of the watching something else, and these 2 kids were on the sideline duking it out.
Yeah. Who won that?
Neither, actually. But the one kid tried to scorp the other kid in the head while they were on the ground. And then they shouted and did a little bit of pushing, and the ref came over and he was like, "What happened?" I was like, "Well, that kid tried to kick that one in the face. I think it's the other."
Fair enough.
Other than that, yeah, look, I'm nervous. I got to be honest with you. I'm refereeing under 12 game 2 weeks from now. A little less than 2 weeks from now. I'm just nervous because I know I'm going to get a lot wrong. But also it's under 12. So like, how bad could it actually be?
Yeah.
But yeah.
Are the I suppose you haven't had a game like when you went to the game, you ref this game now. Were there games before?
This was the only game that day.
Okay, so I'm assuming you haven't seen what it's like with like the younger teams and their parents on the sideline screaming.
No, look, I mean, this was under 18, so obviously there's not as much rugby in the Netherlands as if you compare it to South Africa. So under 18 is under 16, under 17, and under 18 combined.
Okay. Jesus.
And yeah, because there's just not enough players. There's also ladies on the team as well. So the hooker for the visiting team was a female.
That is
which
wild.
Was what I mean, I get it. If you struggle to put, I mean, there were 17 players for the home team. So they had 2 subs. That's it. And also they're combined, for those in the Netherlands that watch, they'll know this. They're partnered with another team from a town further south called Schagen. So some of it's from Schagen and the other players are from Den Helder. So that's already a combined team, and they put out 17 players.
Wow.
Whereas in South Africa, you're spoiled because clubs have first team, you have under 16A, under 16B, under 17A, under 17B, under 18A, under 18B. And here they're mixing teams with other towns and genders just to put enough players out on the pitch.
Put 17 people on a team. That's crazy.
Yeah. Well, it was so something else that I found out. I thought this was pretty interesting. Other people might find it incredibly boring. But because of where the rugby club is that's closest to where I live, it's also where the Navy base is and the Marine base for the Netherlands. So the senior team here has a lot of players that are in the Marines or in the Navy. However, that causes a bit of a problem for them because sometimes they'll have everyone there, and then they'll go out on a 6-week trip, and then for the next 6 weeks they're missing 7 players.
That is, yeah.
But also pretty cool because when other countries come by, so for instance, it's usually a lot of the English. When they're stationed here, they'll come play friendly rugby games at the rugby club on like a Sunday afternoon, and they'll have enough to put out 15 military oaks against the local rugby team.
Yeah, it's
I thought
lekker.
that was pretty cool.
It kind of makes me want to go to the Netherlands just to watch rugby, like on a rugby tour.
My friend, this game of under 18 rugby, now granted, the only under 18s rugby that I've watched since leaving South Africa has been Craven Week. So it's the best of the best in South Africa. So to go from watching that, or at least how I remember rugby at that age, to watching the game on Saturday from the sideline, I think the medium schools in South Africa, the unisex medium school, so that's where I came from, that's Glen Vista High, they would thrash these poor kids. Thrash them.
Yeah.
But it's also exciting because from what I understand from chatting with everyone, how they're trying to build rugby in the Netherlands, it's pretty cool. You know, obviously most kids or like your top athletes aren't playing rugby, they're playing football.
Yeah.
Because it's the Netherlands, or they're playing handball or tennis. So it's kind of cool that they're trying to build rugby. They're obviously got a long way to go. And I have been asked to help be an assistant coach for a 7-side for an invitational, which I've never coached before. But I'm excited to see how that goes. I think it's a fun opportunity.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my start to this refereeing journey. Refereeing 2 weeks and the test in March, and just take it from there. Yeah, I'm gonna be a ref. I'm gonna be an asshole.
Love it. And I'll be criticizing Byron for relying on the TMO.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Is you come watch one of the games that I ref, and then you give a breakdown of how many calls I missed or how many calls I got wrong.
Yeah, I'm keen. When's your next game? 2 weeks?
2 weeks. Yeah. No, wait. Let's wait till I've got like full accreditation and I'm coaching, proper games.
Yeah.
Then it'll be fun. But anyway, Chad, you wanted to talk about coaches and lack thereof.
Well, yeah, I wanted to talk. Everybody's talking about it. Old Scott, what's his name? Robertson.
Scott, what's his name? Scott Robinson.
Scott Robertson is donezo. I was very shocked at the news because I sent you the post I saw saying that it was rumoured, and then 20 minutes later, Rugby New Zealand posted on their Instagram saying that he's been given the red card, out of here. No replacement. And everyone's talking about obviously Tony Brown and Jamie Joseph and all those guys coming in. There's been reports of who was it? It was Jamie Joseph, Tony Brown, and Richie McCaw, which is a fucking Jesus.
That's putting together a little bit of a dream team, isn't it?
It's like I saw someone else posted on Instagram. It's a little bit like assembling the Avengers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's Richie McCaw, Jamie Joseph on their own, it would be hard not to get your players behind you with just the two of them.
Yeah, because the talent's already there. We know this. The All Blacks are star-studded.
They are the Sharks of the international series.
You fucking arsehole. I nearly spat that everywhere. Hold on. I got some questions for you about this whole thing. I want to get your opinion, because when it all happened, I thought this is a bit of a rash decision, because if you look at his win percentage, he did better than a lot of other All Blacks coaches. I believe he was at 74% win ratio.
Yeah.
In the autumn tour, they lost to England, and who else did they lose to? Just England, right?
Yeah, I think so. I can check.
Check that out. But anyway, my question to you is, did he deserve the axe? And then also, don't you usually talk to other coaches before getting rid of the head coach about possibly finding a replacement?
Yeah, who fucking knows?
You're looking up...
Yeah, so they beat us. I mean, and they lost to us. They
Yeah, but
lost to
it's kind of
Argentina.
rude to take the Springbok New Zealand games into account.
So they beat Wales. They lost to England. They beat Scotland. They beat Ireland.
And when France did the tour of New Zealand, they won all three, right?
Yeah, but there was a France
Yeah, that's
B
France's
side.
fault. The
Yeah.
results are still the results.
But they were just wins, though. They weren't like massive. I mean, the first game, 31-27.
Yeah, but France is good.
They are good.
France is good. They're not great, but when they've got a full strength side, they're scary.
Yeah.
Um so then I guess we'll go back to the 74% win rate, win percentage. I believe that is, from what I saw, the second best within the same number of games of the coaches that have been there. So do you think it was the nature of the wins and then that loss to England to end the series was just too much? Or do you think there was something else to it? Do you think they weren't liking the rugby? If you're getting the results, why would you, what is
I've
it?
read a couple of articles saying that he wasn't able to get the players on board with what he was trying to do. And that was one of the reasons, me putting dots together here, why Artie was not happy and thinking about going overseas. And a couple of the other senior players out of the Blues team apparently also got called up and said no because of the coaching team.
So
And if you
it
go
was just
look at, in the beginning, there was Scott Robertson had, I forget his name, one of the assistant coaches. He left basically because of Scott Robertson. So I don't know. Maybe it was a cultural thing. It's hard to say. Like, he had so much success at Super Rugby with the Crusaders. A lot of the players in the All Blacks are Crusaders. So I don't know. No one's really said anything, so I guess we'll never know. But
because the first thing that became like, I don't know, it just felt like it was consuming the headlines was Tony Brown taking over.
yeah,
Obviously we saw Russ's post, which was hilarious.
yeah,
The I'm not going anywhere from Wolf of
yeah.
Wall Street. But
That
then I
was quite
saw a thing
amusing.
this morning that Tony Brown was saying he's under contract until the World Cup. So everything's just speculation. He doesn't even know what New Zealand rugby is doing because he's under contract with the Springboks. So that was like the biggest headline. Obviously, you can't be certain with these things until they've appointed a new coach. But it almost looks as if Tony Brown's not an option for New Zealand rugby. And it would also
Absolutely
be
not.
it for me, that's also wild. You've got this established setup. Obviously, Tony Brown is a Kiwi. You've got this established setup, and you're like, well, we're not happy with what we're doing, so we're gonna fuck everyone else's setup up, kind of
Yeah,
approach. And I don't know, I feel like there's enough respect at the top, so between New Zealand and South Africa, where it wouldn't be a ploy by All Black Rugby to try poach Tony Brown away from the Springboks under contract.
yeah. And I mean, again, never met Tony Brown. Don't know him from a bar aside. But reading articles and listening to other people that have actually met him and played with him and done all that stuff, they've all said, well, Tony's the type of guy that'll, he said he's going to do this job until this date. He'll keep his word and do it. So yeah, and there's no ways you would leave. Like, I don't know. It's supposed to be different if I was here and they offered me a job for my home country. But
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, if you were coaching the All Blacks as the attack coach,
yeah,
and then the Springboks were like, "Well, we got rid of Russie. We'd like to have Chad," and
yeah,
you're like, "No thanks. I promised the Kiwis until
yeah.
the
No,
World Cup."
I'd be on the next plane out. But I'm also a bit of a dick. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I don't think he would. I definitely think Jamie Joseph will get it. And I think after the next World Cup, because we're just around the corner, it's just over a year away. It's a tough one. But I don't think he's going anywhere. I think he's staying. I think if anything, I see Shane, poor Razor, Oak gets sacked and then can't even go and coach another tier 1 nation.
That I think is also like kind of lends to your point where it wasn't necessarily about results. I think there was something strange happening behind the scenes. And I think that to have that, because a lot of these big coaches, when you do these big international sides or these big club sides, there's not many other places to go. So he would have to go to well, obviously South Africa wouldn't be an option, but he'd have to go coach Australia. He'd have to go coach.
He can't. Even Australia's a tier 1.
That's what I'm saying. So like, it's strange. I see it being kind of like a fuck you.
Yeah,
saying that there's like this non-compete.
But like I get it. Like if you think of it from like you've just been fired, you've got a disgruntled employee. He's got all the tricks, knows exactly how everyone's going, like knows what injuries, what niggles everyone's got. That kind of stuff can be exploited in matches. And
yeah, but you're also fucking up his coaching career for at least another year.
Yeah, no, 100%. But it's
So where does he go now?
That's what I was speaking to the missus about. I was like, the poor oak can't even go and coach his old team, the Crusaders, because they've got a coach.
I saw something about at least Wales is an option for him now.
That's what I just said now, yeah. Can you imagine he goes there and turns it all around and like comes and beats the All Blacks with like a Wales?
That they would start a war. There's enough fucking war going on. We don't need... Although a war between Wales and New Zealand would be interesting.
Pretty fair, I reckon.
Just see how it unfolds.
I don't think we had a ship and they sank it. Sunk it? But it's no longer a ship. It's a submarine. So I don't know what Wales has, but...
Or I guess the other option is he'll end up coaching someone in like the French top 14 or in the Japanese rugby league.
Bulls.
If you're not careful, he's going to coach the Sharks.
No, I'm happy with JP Peterson. JP Peterson's...
We'll see if the results say that. Would you have the Sharks now? Would you be rather winning at 74%?
I'd rather have JP Peterson. Yeah, shame. I feel bad for that. I don't know where he's going to go. But, sorry, we've got on topic here. I wanted to talk about this a little bit more. We were really excited for the greatest rivalry tour this year.
Still am.
Does this fuck it up a little bit?
Not at all.
You don't know? So you reckon the All Blacks are going to be just as strong?
If not stronger.
Okay.
Because there's something that happens when a new coach comes in. Especially if the new coach is someone that the players get behind. Mm-hmm. So, for example, what you were talking about having Richie McCaw, even if he's not a head coach, but he plays some important role.
You know how much you love Richie too.
Oh, best mates. Him. My opinion of Richie is nothing but glowing.
Insert clip from when Byron just attacked him for no reason.
Not for no reason. There's a fucking reason. See, you made me angry again for no reason. Now I'm mad for no reason. Fucking... Anyways, you get a player like that, or a coach like that, an assistant coach, a water boy, whatever position you want to give him. Kind of probably similar to like what we've done with Dwayne Vermeulen.
Yeah.
Right? And you get something extra out of the players. It happened this weekend, completely different sport. Man United fired their coach. Michael Carrick stepped in and they beat Man City 2-0. They couldn't fucking finish a cheeseburger before that weekend, and they go and they beat Manchester City 2-0. So I think, if anything, for New Zealand, it probably makes them more dangerous, just out of sheer will. But it also makes it tricky because now, maybe they were studying the All Blacks under the current coaching and how they were playing.
Yeah.
New coach steps in, new style of gameplay, new defensive structure, new offensive structure. It makes things a little more complicated because you don't know what team you're going to get.
Yeah, I suppose they are playing. It's only in the end of August when.
So they'll have time together under the new coach.
Who do
They'll
they play
have
before they
new
play
ways
us?
of playing. More than enough time to prepare for the Springboks.
Yeah, they play France, Italy, Ireland, and then come over. Play.
Excuse me. France and Ireland before playing the Springboks. That's really going to get you ready.
And then they play Stormers, Sharks, Bulls, and then it's the first game against us.
I wonder what tickets are going to be like for those games.
The first game's at Ellis Park. Or
hopefully
Emirates
it'll be
Airline
full.
Park.
I did see something about the fourth game being played in the UK
America.
or in the US.
Yeah. And then they fired the coach and that took over the headlines. I saw that too. Kind of weird, but there's so many expats in both those places. It's basically a home game for us anyway.
Yeah. It's just weird because I understand we've played them in London several times now.
Yeah.
The US would be an interesting one because they had the New Zealand-Ireland game for the autumn series there. And to have this game there, I get it. There's probably good money in it for both sides. Just the extra travel would be pretty shitty.
Yeah. I think it makes more like from a logistics wise, it's easier just to go straight up to England.
To London, yeah.
Yeah. But it's a bit of a schlep to go from South Africa.
Yeah, and also, I would assume then they would have that game on the East Coast, but then it's still a 6-hour time difference.
Yeah.
And to do that in 1 week after getting murred on Saturday, probably fly that night or that morning, the following morning, to go land, take 2 or 3 days to train and recover, and then it's almost time to play again.
Or that, depending on how it goes, that third game could just be you send on your B team and send over the other Oaks.
I would much rather send the B team to the US if that's the case.
Yeah, true.
Also, our B team is an A team for most other countries. So it's...
Which one's that? Yeah, because we've got a game in Joburg.
Then a game in Cape Town.
Well, there's two games. There's the F&B Stadium.
But isn't it Joburg, Cape Town, Soweto?
Joburg?
Or is it Joburg, Soweto, Cape Town?
Soweto, and then TBC.
Yeah, so they go bang, bang.
The match starts at 4 a.m. apparently. That's what I'm looking at here. So
5 o'clock local time.
Yeah.
5 p.m.
Yeah.
So what do you want to know, Chad, about the coaching? Who do you want to take over for
Amy Joseph? I think he deserves it. He's great things for the Highlanders, done great things for he's at now. He's the man. Warren Gatlin.
Is that so that they drop further down, or
what? The thing, like, and we were talking about the results and stuff. New Zealand's second in the world in the rankings. Like,
they didn't have a bad season. No. They lost to England, where you could argue England's playing their best rugby they've played in a long time. New Zealand's not playing their best rugby, but it's still a fantastic New Zealand side, winning 74%.
Yep.
Then against South Africa, we beat them. They beat us in the championship. So and then they went, I guess they lost to Argentina in Argentina.
Yeah.
But then they went ahead and they beat Argentina and they beat Australia twice. So it's not a bad rugby championship. It's just that All Blacks rugby has got such a high standard that even 74% isn't enough. And I think that's wild.
But now what happens if they do get a Jamie Joseph or whoever, and it's like they lose all 3 games or all 4 games in the greatest rivalry? They have a terrible season.
That's a wild thing to even think about, winning all 4.
And then,
how crazy is that? Yeah, obviously we're a long way away from it. There's a lot of international rugby to be played.
There's not.
But given how the
3
season
games.
ended, what's that?
There's 3 international games before those games.
It's a lot of rugby. That's a lot. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Well, what was I saying? Oh, looking at how last year went and with the current form, you would almost assume that South Africa would win most games against New Zealand at the moment. But current form almost doesn't matter when South Africa plays New Zealand.
Yeah. I don't know.
Because there's everyone gives that little extra when it comes to that game. That's why I think playing 4 in a row is going to be not just physically exhausting, but mentally exhausting for the players.
That last game's going to be tough.
That's why I think they'd just have it anywhere else, because then they can say, we were tired from the travel.
Yeah. But like, what happens then? Because then you've got a team that's still trying to put their boots on, so to say, just before a Rugby World Cup. Just. I suppose we did it in 2019.
I was going to say that's what we did in 2019. Yeah, we were coming off loss after loss after loss.
And Rusty came in 18 months before. Maybe this is their Rusty moment.
I just don't know if there's anyone out there like Rusty. That's the thing.
Can you imagine Rusty, Tony Brown, the whole squad, lift and shift
in 2020 after the 2027 World Cup?
Before, like 18 months before Rusty.
I don't think Rusty physically can do that. I think he loves South Africa more than most things in the world.
Yeah.
And
he would do it, but just to sabotage. He'd be like the Trojan horse. You go do what Eddie Jones did to Australia. Just drop all the players, bring in 16-year-olds.
You've got to have so much trust in Rusty as another country union to bring him in and say he's going to do his best for us.
Yeah.
I don't know. Coaching's always such a weird topic to discuss, because the effect that it has on the team is crazy. Because you could have the best coach, best plays, best structure, does exactly what he needs to with the team. But if the team doesn't perform, it looks bad on the coach. Yeah. And then you can have a shit fucking coach, but the players are like, we're never going to lose. And then they're like, he hasn't lost in 3 seasons. And it's like, yeah, but he also doesn't fucking know his ass from his elbow. Yeah. But he's got Ardie Severe on the team and Richie Mwanga's back, and now they can't lose a game.
Speaking of that, 10 minutes before the pod, I saw a post saying that Richie Mwanga might not come back.
Well, as a South African, I'm very happy to hear this news. The only thing is...
might not come back for New Zealand.
Who would he play for?
He apparently Samoa Tonga.
See, I would be fucking all in for that, because then I get to watch him masterclass.
Yeah.
But also I know that not everyone around him is as good. So like he'll win games they shouldn't win, but overall they wouldn't be able to take out consistently tier 1 nations.
Yeah, I'll try to find the thing, because I was just skimming over it. I don't even know how true it is. Looked like could be absolute bullshit. But could you imagine that absolute blow for the Kiwis?
Well, the only people to blame is New Zealand Rugby. Yeah. Because it's their rule. It's up to them. They can change it if they wanted to. Also, if you have to be hypercritical about it, Super Rugby isn't the draw that it used to be. So if you actually want what's best for your players to have that consistent week in, week out, high level competition, You don't want them in Super Rugby. I'm not saying Super Rugby is a bad competition. I love watching Super Rugby. I think Super Rugby is probably still more exciting than the URC, but it's
Just such
definitely
different
not as
rugby.
good as the
Yeah.
URC,
Yeah.
talent-wise, which is strange to say because you have such fucking stars. But overall, I think the URC has become a better competition than Super Rugby.
It's also because there's a lot
Um,
more teams in the URC, so that there's your talent's spread out a lot more than, I mean,
yeah.
not
Yeah,
in
you get
South
exposure to different styles of different styles of play as well.
Yeah.
So to limit the All Blacks to only playing in Super Rugby, I think is doing them a disservice. But
Yeah.
then again, if that is the case, as a South African, I'm not going to bitch too much about it because any advantage we can get over the All Blacks is fantastic.
Yeah.
Because as much as they're having trouble and stuff now, you can never not rely on the All Blacks to give you a tough game or to win any game at any opportunity.
So 4-0 to the Springboks in August and September.
I cannot say that with confidence. I don't know how you can.
I'm not saying with confidence. I'm just.
You're just saying it because it sounds cool.
Yeah, it does. Fills my heart with joy. I don't actually want that for them. It will be Kak. Yeah.
I know that the Kiwis are like South Africans. When the rugby results aren't going their way, it hurts the nation.
Yeah.
So I can't think of what South Africa would look like if New Zealand come there and win 4-0.
If we win 4-0 with New Zealand being there.
No. New Zealand wins all 4 games in the greatest rivalry.
Yes. I don't even think about that.
I
Put
like
that out there.
Then we'd be
Imagine.
lucky that the 4th game's not in South Africa, so they don't burn the stadium down.
Yes. 4-0.
At home. That would hurt.
Yeah, that would.
But also put every Kiwi on cloud fucking 9 because that's it. That's second best thing than winning the Rugby World Cup would be to beat South Africa 4 games in a row at home. Probably more difficult than winning the World Cup, to be fair.
100%. It's like playing 4 finals week after week after week after week.
Exhausting. You've also got to have so much depth.
Well, that's lucky for us because we've got 50 fucking odd players, so it's advantage us. But it's fucking, I can't think of that.
I've got an off-topic question for you. Did you watch the AFCON final?
Absolutely not. Haven't watched a game of soccer in probably.
Did you hear anything about what happened in the AFCON final?
Penalty? Is that what you're talking about?
And the players walking off the pitch, coming back on. Wild. Absolute insane end of a football match that I've ever seen in my life. But if you haven't watched it, it's not really important. Just chaos.
Byron, I haven't watched a game of soccer of any kind.
I don't blame you. It's not as good as it used to be. At least not for me. I used to enjoy watching football. Now I struggle to watch it.
I've never. I just can't do it. It's beneath me.
Beneath you? Chad, what are we going to do with this New Zealand thing? Does it matter?
Hey?
Let's ask that question. Does it matter?
I think it matters. I think it's going to have an impact on the team going forward. Yes, they might get more buy-in and all that kind of stuff, but they also have 18 months before the biggest competition in the world. I don't think they'll be as settled as they would. All their plays, their runs, and everything they've been doing for the last 18 months are mostly going to be redundant. They did things very differently to other coaches, and that's why he was so successful in Super with the Crusaders. Obviously didn't. I mean, it wasn't not working, but something wasn't.
It's so unfair because their rugby wasn't bad.
Yeah, that's the thing. I do think new coach, it'll take them a lot of time. And then I know when saying that, Russie did the same thing and won the World Cup. But also, like what you said,
There's only one
one
Russie.
Russie.
I just think that no matter what happens, New Zealand could turn up to the Rugby World Cup without a coach, and they'd still be dangerous.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying I'm not saying they're going to be Wales, but I'm just saying they're not going to be as strong as your stereotypical New Zealand All Blacks team. Is what I think is going to happen. I think they're going to struggle. I think they'll probably lose to Ireland. They'll probably lose to England.
I can't see that being a reality. I can't see a New Zealand side struggle. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah. If Richie McCaw is on the coaching team, I think it's different. Because I feel like that's the type of oak that you need to get the best out of your play. Like, get the gees. I don't know what the Kiwi word for gees is, but the gees out of his team.
Just that little extra, that little...
Yeah, but yeah. I just don't... I've got my doubts. I hope I'm wrong, because I don't want it to ruin the greatest rivalry. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for the Rugby World Cup coming up.
I'd love to win all 4 games. I think that would be great. I can't see a reality where they come here unprepared, or not even unprepared, just not being good enough.
Okay.
Like I said, they can have the whole Kiwi side cannot play together from now until June.
Okay, Byron, just think about what you're about to say.
I'm sticking to it. They don't even need to play any more rugby. They can all go home. They can sit on the beach, have a lack of time, train by themselves, and they can still show up in June and be dangerous.
You're a madman.
I am a madman, but I just think they're that fucking good.
Yeah, all right.
And then if you watch the Sharks and the Bulls play, you've got to wonder what sort of form we're in at the moment.
Yeah. Well, at least you got the Stormers to hold the ship. But yeah.
Asha is so good.
Yeah.
So good.
I really want to see Sasha and Mo'unga head to head. I think it'll be fun.
I'm going through their style of play. Do you know who I really want to see? I forgot his first name now. He plays for England. Smith. What's his first name?
Oh, Steve Smith. Not Steve Smith. That's cricket.
Not Steve.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I fucking hate him.
Black hair, either fullback or fly half.
Yeah.
I want him at fly half versus Sasha.
Really? I just
because I feel like Sasha will hurt him.
Yeah.
Mentally.
I want to see him first, Esterhuizen, repeatedly. just over and over again.
Then we can hear the commentator say again, he's playing the role of roadkill in defense.
Yeah. I shouldn't be saying this. I'm supposed to be supporting him.
Speaking of, Munster didn't make it through to the next round of the Champions Cup, so we don't get to see Jack Crowley go any further. Gave him
a birthday. Fucking.
Even though we wished him happy birthday, he couldn't win.
Yeah. We keep going off topic, but anyway.
I think they're all related.
Yeah. So, yeah. So you think New Zealand's going to come and thrash us? I think we're going to thrash.
I didn't say they're going to come and thrash us. I said they're still going to be dangerous.
Yeah. Okay.
You can't count them out, no matter what nonsense is going on. Maybe against France, maybe against Ireland, sure. But when they play the Springboks, they just pull it together. They have to. It just means more. That game just means more.
Well, we're not going to... Just think about where we're playing. So we're not going to lose in Joburg to them. We're not going to let that happen again.
We've lost in Joburg to them.
I know. To Australia. That was the most recent one. It was terrible. But
I've been at Ellis Park when we've lost to the All Blacks.
I've never... I've watched South Africa and New Zealand play a couple of times. I've only watched us win once. I watched us.
So maybe you shouldn't go watch any of these games.
I went to when we played at Soccer City. Watched them lose. Durban lose.
So you're not going to this competition, are you?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so then we're fine.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Maybe. We'll see what I can do.
That would just hurt the soul to fly from New Zealand to South Africa to watch them play, and you watch them lose.
Do you know what It was worse flying up to Auckland and watching us lose, because then I had to walk with a Springbok jersey amongst a sea of black and Oaks giving you cuck. I would rather be in a crowd of green where we all like, what the fuck, and go and have a...
I don't know. Angry Dutchmen are scary.
That's better. It's my happy place.
My happy place.
Yeah.
A drunk, angry Dutchman. No problem.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. Just let's do it. Let's talk about it, buddy.
You won't be able to understand him.
It's fine.
English is his third language.
It's okay. By that time, I'll be a bottle of Clippies deep. I'll be speaking Swahili with him.
That is actually a good point. You can actually get brandy and a proper boerewors roll at the game.
A proper boerewors roll, not that.
I'm craving boerewors, actually. Craving it.
They sell it here.
I'm happy for you. Good for you.
It's not as good, but it does the job.
It's something.
Yeah.
Oh, rugby. What are the first fixtures for the Six Nations? Do you know?
I can tell you right now.
Because that's, 2 weeks away? 3 weeks away?
I'll just go into the internationals. We have France versus Ireland as the opener on the 6th of February. That's going to be a great game. Then we have Italy versus Scotland and England versus Wales. And then that's week 1.
The France-Ireland game, we don't need to do predictions today. We'll do predictions just before the competition. But that game at least is well-balanced, as well as the Italy-Scotland game. The England-Wales game, however, that's we already know who's winning that one.
Yeah, skip that one. And then we got...
Would you argue for there to be because when the Six Nations happened, there's that other lower tier European competition. And I think it's Georgia, Belgium, Romania, Switzerland, and Germany, maybe?
Jesus.
Well, those are the other European countries that play rugby. So, I don't know what you want me to do with that.
That's not even in my fixtures thing here.
No, it's down there with, low level competition. But would you see a world where you have the winner of that have a playoff game against the loser of the Six Nations to see who should be in there? Because look, Wales rugby is at the moment not doing great. I think it's a very polite way to put it. Everyone knows that. It's not a secret. So there should be some repercussion for playing that shit. You don't just get to show up to the same competition every year when everyone else is trying to get better.
You could say the same for the Rugby Championship then.
Okay. Whoever finished it in this season would be Argentina. Which other Southern Hemisphere teams good enough to play against Argentina to possibly get into the championship?
You could... Japan, Samoa, Fiji. Fiji can beat anyone on their day.
Okay, so then I say do it. But then what has to happen is there needs to be that competition between Fiji, Samoa, Tonga, Japan, Uruguay. Portugal's the other team in that European competition. Let them have a tournament, and the winner plays against whoever comes fourth. So
I'm all for it.
I'm down for it. I think it's good for rugby.
I think it's good for rugby too. I just think that there's so much history around the Six Nations that it'll never happen.
So as long as you pay your penance to the king, you can continue to play in the Six Nations.
I feel like that's how it works. And I think what you're saying is a great idea. I think all tournaments should be like that.
Yeah, if you come last, then the team below you... Because look, I would say most of the time, the team trying to come up isn't going to win. I don't think Georgia will beat Wales. But at least give them the shot.
Yeah.
I don't think Fiji will beat Argentina. But I'd be fucking excited to watch the game.
Yeah, what a fucking game that would be.
It would be a game.
So good.
Way better than Wales, Georgia.
Yeah.
Also, Can you imagine what would happen if Georgia beats Wales and Georgia's in the Six Nations the following year? What would happen to Welsh rugby? Because they're already struggling.
Imagine how good it would be for Georgian rugby.
Oh,
It would be
see,
amazing.
that's why I'm for it. I say
Yeah.
give him a chance.
Yeah, and then next year the Welsh can go to that competition and absolutely thrash everyone. Get some.
Can you imagine
confidence.
what Wales would do to like the Netherlands, for example?
Well, yeah, I've never seen a game of the Netherlands, so
Next time, because usually it's on Rugby Pass. So when the Six Nations starts, I'll let you know so you can watch a game.
yeah, let me know.
It's not great.
No,
It's it's it can be a tough watch, but also
so can a
if
Welsh
you're
game.
not a rugby nation, it makes sense. All right, Chad, your final pick then for New Zealand coach.
Jamie Joseph.
Do you think he changes things positively or kind of stays the same?
I have no idea. For if I put my South African hat on, I hope it goes terribly. Like Wales bad.
They
but
lose players. They don't know how to tackle. It all falls apart.
everything, not injuries, but just
No, we don't want anyone injured. That's not nice.
doesn't go well. They struggle. They fall to.
They can't win a set piece. They forget how to scrum.
Yeah,
They don't know how to catch a ball.
I mean, they really don't know how to catch a ball. They had so many knock-ons, but it gets worse, and they lose to Wales, and
Georgia beat them
repeatedly back to back, and then they come to the greatest
Rugby
rivalry.
World Cup, and they don't lose a game.
Yeah, they go and they win the whole thing.
I saw something, but I didn't look it up. Did they release the fixtures for the Rugby World Cup?
I don't think so. I think it's happening in Feb. We'll definitely
what
cover
did I
that when
read?
that comes out.
Maybe I'm just I am an idiot, so we know that already. Yeah, I think you're right. Oh wait, yeah, view matches. Yeah, okay. Yeah, not yet. Never mind. I was wrong.
Yeah, it's is that right? 618 days until
Probably
2027. Yeah, God,
618 days. Yeah, 1st of October 2027.
How much are tickets
Get your tickets now, bro. Does anyone want to sponsor us?
to go to the Rugby World Cup?
Yeah,
Yeah,
anyone. If you would like for us to be there, mainly me, because I'm the one who needs to fly there. Just
but I don't live. I also have to fly there. I don't know why you think.
Okay, but Chad, your fly there versus my fly there are two different flies.
Yeah, but I still have to fly there. It probably costs me the same to get there than it does for you to get there.
After looking at the tickets we did the other day to South Africa, I can't believe how expensive it is to fly to New Zealand. You oaks need to get that sorted. Someone needs to sit down and chat about that.
It costs me almost the same to get from Nelson to Auckland than it does from Auckland to Melbourne. It's fucking wild.
Stupid.
It's so dumb. Pre-ticket sales open on the 18th of February. Fuck.
I know. I keep checking dates because I feel like if I get my hands on tickets, then I can just fight my way into a flight.
What passport do you have?
Chad, I think we cut the kak.
Yeah, we did. We're talking Kak. We're actually just talking Kak now. Oaks, like, scrub, do all the things. See you next week. It was a bit of a weird show, this one, but
I think rugby is in a weird place at the moment.
yeah, I was going to say, not our fault. Blame New Zealand rugby.
Yeah, there was no need for them to do this. They didn't need to shake it up at this time of the year. They could have left it as it is, win at 74%, be ready for the World Cup. Anything can happen. But no, they said, fuck it all. We're going to throw some razzle-dazzle out there and see what happens.
Yeah.
Artie Savia and Richie McCaw are the new coaches of the All Blacks.
That would be fun.
That's actually dangerous if you think about it. That's Chad said it all already. Like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. I'll keep everyone updated on this refereeing journey I'm on. I can't wait for someone to say "fuck you, ref" to me. So we'll see how it goes.
Can't imagine it'll take long.
No,
I would say
I
it's
see
in
it
a car
happening.
park before the game even started.
You know what? I'm gonna find strange is after I've done the accreditation in March, I get the Rugby Netherlands refereeing kit.
Oh fuck, do you? That's it.
It's like a greenish shirt with navy shorts and
Can
navy
you buy
socks.
extra ones? Because I'll fucking buy one off of you.
I'll find out how it goes once I get to
Yeah.
accreditation. Are you looking for a referee jersey, Chad?
I'd fucking collect it. Yeah. I think it's dope. I actually tried to buy one once, but I got outbid.
I think the purple and orange Assurance referee from South Africa is a kit I'd like.
Yeah, not the Specsavers ones that they have here.
No. No. No.
Byron, I'm ending this pod.
Chad, I'm done talking to you.
Okay.
We've cut the cuck. End the show. End it.
End it.